The Middle East currently stands at a critical juncture as decades of shadow warfare between Israel and Iran have transitioned into direct military confrontation. This escalation, paired with significant disruptions in the Red Sea, has created a regional crisis with profound global implications. In this presentation, we will examine the catalysts for this volatility and how these events are reshaping the geopolitical landscape. Understanding the interconnected nature of these conflicts is essential for any informed citizen looking to grasp the complexities of today's international security environment.
The dynamic shifted significantly in April 2024 when Iran launched an unprecedented direct assault on Israeli territory. This massive operation involved over 300 missiles and drones, marking the first time Tehran attacked Israel from its own soil. While the majority of these projectiles were intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome and international partners, the event shattered long-standing rules of engagement. This slide illustrates the scale of that attack and the sophisticated defense systems that prevented catastrophic damage on the ground. While direct strikes capture headlines, the conflict is often fought through a network of regional proxies. Groups such as Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza are central to Iran's axis of resistance. These non-state actors engage Israel on multiple fronts, creating a complex security challenge that stretches military resources. The coordination between these groups ensures that the conflict remains active, even when direct state-on-state violence pauses. This multi-front reality is a defining feature of the current regional instability. Parallel to the land conflict, a maritime crisis has emerged in the Red Sea. Houthi rebels in Yemen, citing solidarity with Gaza, have targeted commercial shipping in the Bab al-Mandeb Strait. This narrow waterway is a vital artery for global commerce, handling approximately 12% of all global trade. The attacks have forced major shipping companies to reroute vessels around the Cape of Good Hope, adding thousands of miles and significant costs to the transport of goods, highlighting the fragility of global supply chains. The instability in the Red Sea is not just a regional security issue, it is a global economic one. As ships take longer routes, oil price volatility increases and shipping insurance premiums skyrocket. These costs are eventually passed down to consumers worldwide. The disruption affects everything from fuel prices at the pump to the availability of consumer electronics. Analysts warn that prolonged chaos in these vital corridors could trigger a new wave of global inflation, making the resolution of this conflict a priority for international economic stability. Beyond the strategic and economic figures, the human toll of this conflict is immense. Displacement of civilians in Gaza, Lebanon, and northern Israel has created a humanitarian crisis. Infrastructure damage in conflict zones has left thousands without access to basic services. Aid corridors are frequently disrupted, making the delivery of food and medicine a dangerous undertaking. Achieving regional stability requires addressing these humanitarian needs alongside military concerns, as prolonged suffering often fuels further cycles of violence and radicalization. Beyond the strategic and economic figures, the human toll of this conflict is immense. Displacement of civilians in Gaza, Lebanon, and northern Israel has created a humanitarian crisis. Infrastructure damage in conflict zones has left thousands without access to basic services. Aid corridors are frequently disrupted, making the delivery of food and medicine a dangerous undertaking. Achieving regional stability requires addressing these humanitarian needs alongside military concerns, as prolonged suffering often fuels further cycles of violence and radicalization. As we look to the future, the Middle East remains on a knife edge. The potential for a wider regional war is a constant concern for global leaders. De-escalation efforts continue behind the scenes, focusing on maritime security and localized ceasefires. However, long-term stability will likely require a fundamental shift in the relationship between Israel and Iran. As students of global events, staying informed on these developments is crucial, as the events in this region will continue to influence global politics and economics for the foreseeable future.